so much for joining me today. This is Karen Wright of Wright Health Coach, and what I'm going to be preparing for you today is basically it's a turkey pot pie without the crust. It's got all the same ingredients in it, but we're not going to put it in a pie crust. We're just going to cook it on the stove. It's super easy, super versatile. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the vegetable prep. And you know, I'm going to start with the onion. This is really important. See, the onion has the root end and the part that the stem end that grows up out of the ground. We're going to cut this root end off first to give us a flat surface. That's the end that has all the sulfur in it that's going to make you cry. So if we get rid of it, there are many fewer tears. Now I'm going to hold the onion like this, so my knuckles are braced up against the knife. I'm holding the knife. This is my chef's knife, by the way. I'm holding the knife. I take my finger and my thumb, put it on the blade, and wrap the rest of my hand around the handle. This blade is totally under my control. It's not going to slip. So I've got my fingers prepared on the onion. I'm holding the knife. I cut right through the base there. Now I've got a beautiful sturdy base to cut that onion. And you know what I'm doing with this? I'm putting it in the freezer so that I can make my bone stew later on. I'm going to cut this right down the middle. My fingers are way out of the way. Now I've got flat surfaces that I can chop this onion up in tiny little pieces and my fingers won't get hurt and the onion won't be rolling around. Now, I'm just going to take off this skin nice and easy and put that in for my bone broth, which I'll make as soon as I get a bone and about a gallon's worth of remnants. See how easy this comes off. This is so easy. Okay, now I'm ready to chop. Again, I'm holding the onion. My thumb is behind my fingers. I've got my knife held properly. 1, 2. Okay, I'll finish chopping this onion a little later. I'm going to get onto my celery. But you see how easy that is? And I can chop that up as tiny as I want to. Let's do the celery. Celery is super easy. I've washed all of these celery stalks. I've got about 3 stalks here. I will use 3 or 4 stalks depending on how big they are, how many I have. I'm going to cut off the ugly bits and put that in for my bone broth later on. I've got them all together. I'm just going to hold them together. Again, my thumb is behind my fingers. Cutting them into 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch slices. All right, we're almost done here. I'll finish this up. Super easy. Okay, celery is done. And the mushrooms I will use, depending on what they have in the store that looks good, I'll either use a full 8-ounce bin of mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms. It could be the white button mushrooms, the criminy mushrooms. This happens to be a mix of mushrooms that I got from Mom's. And this is 4 ounces. I'll get 4 ounces, 8 ounces. This is a totally versatile dish. So let me finish prepping up here, and then we'll get into cooking the meat in a minute. Okay, so let's get ready to start cooking the turkey. I've prepped all the vegetables. I've got the onions and celery sliced. The mushrooms I'm not going to do much with. I might just give them a slice or 2 to cut them a little smaller, but they're basically good. I've got my avocado oil. My pan is heating up. And I'm going to put just a teaspoon or 2, maybe a tablespoon of oil in there to heat up. Put this over here. And this is organic turkey that I've taken out of the package and dried off with a paper towel. Just going to put this right in. And cook this, I'm going to say, for about 5 minutes-ish, breaking it up so that it browns. I'll let that cook. You don't have to wash me. I've washed my hands. Going to turn that, just keep moving this around until it browns for a few minutes. And I'll see you when we're ready to put the vegetables in. So the turkey is almost done. I'm going to take it out. You'll see it's, I don't know if you can see in the camera, it's not quite done. We don't want it totally dry. totally cooked, because we're going to finish it up with the vegetables in just a minute. We're going to take all this beautiful turkey out and put it on a paper towel. And in the same pot, without cleaning it, I'm going to put a little more oil in and cook up these vegetables. This is a one-pot meal. Okay, I'll put that right there. Okay, a little more oil. Whoopsie. And this, by the way, is on a medium-high oven. Again, about a tablespoon or two. There you go. Clean that off. Heat that up for a second, and then we're going to put all these beautiful vegetables that we cooked. By the way, my husband noticed that I had not washed my hands after touching the turkey. That's very important. I washed my hands when it's not on camera. After touching any kind of poultry, I'm going to wash my hands before I touch anything else. So, thank you, sweetheart. Alrighty, we're going to put these beautiful vegetables in. This is the carrots and celery that I chopped up. The mushrooms. And I have about a cup of shredded carrots I'm going to put in there. Carrots are loaded with vitamin A, which we need. Vitamin A is a good immune boosting vitamin that we need these days. I'll use this. Just going to cook this up until the onions become a little soft, which will be about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to season this up with a little bit of salt and pepper. I use Himalayan pink salt. And here's some Cherry black pepper. Black pepper is really good to get to stir up the appetite. And they're finding that black pepper is actually useful for a lot of good things. So it's good to season your vegetables with a little bit of pepper if you can. If you have high blood pressure and you're watching the salt, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt is about the same ratio of electrolytes in our body as our body has, basically. So a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. You do need to monitor your salt if you're salt sensitive. So we're just going to cook that up for a few minutes, and we'll come back. I'll put the turkey in and we'll finish this whole thing up. Okay, the vegetables are almost done. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little hot, so I'm going to put it down. But it's been a few minutes. I'm going to take this turkey and put it right in, holding onto the paper towel. This paper towel would be fiber, but it's not good for the recipe. Okay, it's in. To this, I'm going to stir. This is about a cup of vegetable broth. You can use chicken broth, you can use bone broth that you've made, but you want to add some kind of liquid to this. Ooh, that smells so good. So I'm going to put a little more pepper in there. And basically this is going to stir up, cook up in just a couple of minutes, and it'll be done. Now what I'll do with this makes a lot of food. And if you don't have a big family, what you can do with this is have one just like this. I'll have this just in a big bowl with a side salad and I've got dinner. For another night, I might put it on a romaine lettuce with a little bit of red chili sauce on top and just eat it that way. It's a little bit sloppy, but it's fun and it's delicious. Either romaine lettuce or bib lettuce, something that can hold it, just kind of like a vegetable bowl. The other way I'll do it is put it over cauliflower rice or brown rice as kind of a stew. So this is very versatile. Use it a couple of different ways. You can throw in whatever vegetables you like. If you have peppers, throw them in. If you want to use shallots instead of onions. Oh, excuse me, I forgot the seasoning. This is, you can use either thyme or poultry seasoning for a little extra oomph, little flavor in there. It's about a teaspoon of either thyme or poultry seasoning. Mix that in. This smells so good. I wish you were with me. I'd serve you all a taste. Oh, this is so good. This is looking very good. And the brown bits on the bottom, I want to get up as much as I can. The bowl will, the pot will clean up very easily when you're done. When this is all finished and put away, I'll just soak it for a little bit and it comes right up. It's beautiful. So that's it. We're done. I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the dinner, and I'll see you soon. Okay, finished product. This is that beautiful turkey crustless turkey pot pie that we made with the vegetables. In a bowl, I would serve it as I mentioned, on a bed of either cauliflower rice or brown rice. I might serve it on a lettuce leaf, or I might just serve it like this with a side salad. And we've got dinner. It's got those lovely vegetables in it, totally nutritious. Enjoy. See ya.